and gentlemen, it's time for the next session for the day, which is on the impact of emerging technologies on AML and fraud. And this will be presented by Mr. George Ghaoui, the Regional Sales Director for Middle East and Gulf region for Capital Banking Solutions. So, to quickly introduce George, he is the Regional Sales Director for Middle East and Gulf region and in charge of developing and executing key strategies of capital banking solutions that focus on client technology requirements in financial and regulatory requirements. He has over 25 years of experience in the management of information systems for financial institutions and familiarity with the entire spectrum of banking and finance business, where he has involved in different types of banking complex transformation programs. He's a subject matter expert in digital banking and payment, microfinance and lending, wealth management, anti-money laundering, and tax evasion, supporting and maintaining high-level connects with the current and prospective customers. Mr. George holds an executive MBA from ESCP, EAP Europe, and a master's in computer science from the University Jean Moulin Lyon. So, Mr. George, from the entire family of IGR events, I take this opportunity to welcoming you for your presentation. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Anin. It's a pleasure to be part of this event. Let me share my screen.
Sure.
Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, the idea today is to share with you about how we can capitalize on emerging technology to address the different challenges that today each AML and fraud team is facing. Already, we have tackled some of these challenges during the morning session. So, as per Gardner, different emerging technologies should be watched for the coming 5 years in terms of blockchain, virtual reality, IoT. But today we'll be mainly focusing on artificial intelligence, and behind the artificial intelligence, the main two branches, what we call natural language processing and the machine learning and virtual assistant. But before talking about artificial intelligence and how we can capitalize on AI to address these challenges, let's try to summarize these challenges. First of all, what are the first challenge for any AML officer is about the data. From where shall I get the data? What about the quality of data? Integrity of data, because if you don't have a very reliable data, whatever the system behind in terms of a traditional rule-based engine system or AI system, because garbage in, garbage out. Once you get the right data, especially when you are working in multi-environment, you have very complex environment. So you move forward, and we talk about the risk-based approach, about customer segmentation, risk profiling, and doing the due diligence. Second, the challenge that each AML officer is facing today is the number of transactions to deal, especially the number of false positives that it's appearing and he should deal with. This really it will increase operational costs and more take time to address the right suspicious case. Third challenge is we talk about establishing a AML culture within the financial institution. What about the training? What about the internal policies and rules? What is the frequency of updating them? Are you sure that your staff are fully aware about these rules? How much does it take time to escalate a suspicious case? Fourth challenge is about reporting. I should not be under-reporting or over-reporting for local authorities. Fifth challenge that we face, in fact, about the sanction screening, the volume of sanction screening, the number of entries. And more we are talking about adverse media, where we are not only checking structured data, also we are checking social media to see any negative news about our customers. And finally, we talk also about the new emerging technology like cryptocurrency, digital payment, new channels. So all these require more rules to put in place. Moving forward to AI. The first question comes to our minds that how we can define a solution being an AI enabled solution. Today, artificial intelligence is moving from data discovery stage to acting stage. What I mean by that, today, data discovery is the fact of finding relevant information from a complex data set. Complex data set, I'm talking only about structured data, I'm talking about unstructured data, about video, about documents, about social media. And under this fall different, different technique like anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is a fact, to find a event or a behavior that is not really compliant with a predefined pattern, such as, deviation in customer profile, such as deviation in number of transactions. A second type of technique under data discovery, we talk about the link analysis, is the fact to find a correlation between the business and the individual. Let's say like link by addresses. Let's say I identify a drug trafficker in certain address. So the system is able to provide me all the customers that are living in this area, in this address or this location. Like we have also a link analysis by transitivity. If let's say A is transferring to B and B is transferring to C, what can I score the relationship between A and C? All these are already done via what we call advanced data analytics, but it will be part of the history or the trend of AI process. Third one, here we start introducing a natural language processing about textual analysis, and I believe we talk a little bit about ChatGPT in the morning, and we talk about how we can, let's say I'm doing onboarding of a customer. Sure, if I'm doing onboarding, digital onboarding, or as a branch, in all cases, I should check first of all against sanction list. But at the same time, I should check also about, any negative news that is related to this customer. So here is the role of a branch of AI, what we call natural language processing, play a role. Second stage now we are at, when we talk about artificial, is about prediction, is about coming up with a new pattern. But however, today we have to build the trust between the AI system and the domain expert. Okay, finally, we have to justify how you come up with this prediction. We are at this stage in order to give more trust to this AI system. We have a lot of cases like Netflix, like Amazon, where based on your history trend, he can propose for you a new movie or new book. Same for AML, or based on the history, he can provide you a new pattern, but this pattern should be justified in order to give trust. Now we are at this stage. Shall we put this AI system in action? I mean by this, shall I give him the ability to do all the above activity in terms of data discovery, predictive, and justification? And with the introduction of the new also branch of AI, what we call unsupervised learning, we are more and more seeing that system has the capability to self-learn and to self-monitor itself. Another area where AI it can play a major role is about education. We are moving more and more from traditional e-learning to smart e-learning, where we are providing adaptive algorithms to provide more personalized content. And at the same time, we are embedding within our learning system a digital assistant, virtual coach, so he can answer and follow up the progress of learning of each person within this process. Who are we? In fact, today, Capital Banking Solution head office in Paris. However, we have regional and international presence between U.S. market and the African market via different offices, Europe and Middle East via Dubai and Beirut. We are serving more than 200 clients currently in worldwide. We have been recognized by several research analysts worldwide. When it comes to our solution, in fact, we are providing an integrated platform okay, where this platform, we have a set of tools around the component, from data discovery framework to AI rule-based engine, to case management, to document management, to alert, reporting, and audit trail. And behind all these tools are common different components that we're using in AML in terms of scoring. When we talk about risk-based approach, about name screening, we embedded the AI tools to minimize the number of false positive. And this is a very hectic, really very challenging when I get a lot of names. And we were talking about sensitivity. Today, we are talking about more new algorithm in terms of clustering, in terms of Elasticsearch, where especially that we have a huge number of entry in the name sanction list. So it has the capability to really do a repartition and exclude really names that it doesn't should appear each time in my name screening. We have a profiling when it comes to transaction monitoring, real-time filtering to manage all incoming, outgoing SWIFT messages. We have one of the solution about GoAML for United Nations, and additional also we have extend our platform to cover also tax evasion. Additional solution also, we are providing a full-fledged learning platform where we provide a built-in training, library of AML scenario. We are updating it. The fact we are at the same time we have an advisory unit on several banks, on several financial institutions and entities. So we update in a regular way our library, and same time you can build your own content, so you keep your staff up to date with the latest rules and regulation. To conclude it, in fact, do not hesitate to to capitalize on artificial intelligence and other emerging technology like blockchain, because really it has two major objective or purpose. It will improve operational efficiency, so you can focus on really the right suspicious case, and optimize the resource by reducing the cost of search, by reducing the number of false positive, and same time do not hesitate always to keep your staff trained about the latest technology, about the latest AML regulation, and finally a collaboration between different actors to fight in better ways of money laundering. Well, thank you so much. So this is my email address, Sales Capital Banking. Do not hesitate to also check our W Capital Banking for any further information.
Thank you so much, Mr. George, for the insights that you shared with respect to the expertise that Capital Banking Solutions have to offer. All right. We would definitely like to have you on board for our future initiatives as well. And I'll personally reach out to you and let you know about the upcoming editions.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr. George. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.